getting better. In the Cup, it doesn't get much better. And in Europe, the best is yet to come. Manchester United will visit the Côte d'Azur in the Champions League quarter-finals, the Principality of Monaco. We've a preview of what's in store in the rich man's paradise. 40 years on, we look back to United's European pioneers, the Busby Babes. These are faces that will never grow old. We go head-to-head with Gary Pallister. The big man shares his thoughts in our star interview, possibly looking for a change of song.
Who are Pallister? I've always said like fits quite well. Maybe they'll try that one soon.
It's fantastic first with Andy Cole, the goal scorer supreme. But what's the best effort you've seen at Old Trafford?
Ryan Giggs' goal against Porto.
Cantona free kick against Arsenal. George Best's one against Sheffield United many years ago was a good one.
We've started, so we'll finish. Brian McClair in the famous black chair to find out what he knows about his adopted city.
Where is the best place to buy mint cake in Manchester?
Kendall's.
Of course.
Plus goals in all shapes and sizes. Manchester United on a roll once again.
I think you see maturing players, young players, bring a bit of authority to their game, a bit more experience. And also I think the Juventus result was a major boost to everyone in the club. From that point on, we just flew, and the form got better, and individual performances got better, and the team spirit was marvellous in the players. So there's a lot of things going to the making of form like that, and just let's hope it can continue.
Goals wherever you look from United this season. 7 past Barnsley. 6 past Sheffield Wednesday. Collector's items, all of them. So how many against Wimbledon? Your commentator at Selhurst Park is Rob Palmer.
It's the twin strike force of Court and Gale for Sullivan to aim for. Court heads it down. Gale plays it to Hughes. And an excellent spread save by Peter Schmeichel. Cole. Giggs shrugs off the challenge of Hughes. Good ball through, but good goal. Taken superbly by Nicky Butt. But after some tenacious play by Ryan Giggs, didn't pull out of the challenge, stayed strong. The pass was neat, the finish was beautiful. 1-0 United. Giggs leaves Vinnie Jones on the seat of his pants. Now Scholes. Just ahead of Cole. Beckham! Wham bam! 40 seconds after coming on, David Beckham scores. A quick fire introduction from the England man. Hardly time to reintroduce himself to his teammates, and there he was, right on hand, 2-0. One thing that Wimbledon won't do is lie down. Suggestion of handball. Referee keeps the play flowing. Hardley tries to control it. Gale heads it back. Hardley's shot, he scored! Will that be consolation or will it be a comeback? Wimbledon score within a minute of United going 2 up. Perry. A little hesitancy. Hughes is through. 1-on-1 with Schmeichel again. A bobble, a goal! A touch of good fortune, but it's 2-2. Beckham thinks about the shot, takes the deflection and scores. It came off Vinnie Jones. I don't think David Beckham will be fighting Vinnie for the honour of the goal. I don't think Vinnie will want it. Beckham's goal, 3-2. United playing Wimbledon at their own game. Aerial bombardment. Beckham, remember, he's on a hat-trick. Sheringham. Cole deserves a goal. Cuts inside and gives it to Scholes. Paul Scholes benefits from the neat footwork of Andy Cole. A cheeky back heel from 6 yards out. Been so dominant shots in the air, linking up well with Cole. Leaves the defender standing, and the goalkeeper. And Andy Cole gets his just rewards. He's been in the picture for virtually all 5 of the goals. But the 5th is the one that counts for him. Beautiful finish.
Giggs. Hat-trick for Cole. Brilliant.
XR2, Ford XR2, black one. It was an E-Reg. It cost me £5 grand. So I was delighted with it, little boy racer. I was 20, so it was good, yeah. I had a paper job, like, was it early morning ones? I think you got me up something like 6 o'clock to do the papers and that. I couldn't hack it after a week, so, you know, when I went to the paper shop one morning, he'd already delivered the papers. And he said to me, there's no point coming back in tomorrow. So I said, okay, then that was that. You know, it was too early for me. I love my sleep, so it was too early. First game after I left Newcastle was against Blackburn. And it was top of the table clash. And we won 1-0. I thought I did reasonably well. You know, should have scored earlier on.
There's Cole trying to get in behind them. It's Andy Cole. Is this a sensational start here?
I was doing things like how many times I touched the ball and how much money I got for running out on the pitch, and he did this and he did that. You know, I was scared, to be honest. You know, I had butterflies in it, you know, but I really enjoyed it. You know, especially when, like, winning 1-0 and that, you know, it was a great day.
Good timing from Giggs. Cantona!
I'm not really into pies, you know, but if I was going to buy a pie, it'd have to be like something like cheese and onion. I didn't actually have a kit, it was just like the shirt, you know, it was the old Man United shirt. It was white with the stripes going down the side there. It was years old, I used it with my brother, and my brother gave it to me when I was younger. I was playing football, you know, so it was never clean at some stages, you know, but that's the way it goes. Aston Villa, at home. 1-1-0. It came from a corner. Someone flicked it on and I volleyed it in. Celebrations were just delight to get off the mark for Man United.
Left eye there has taken quite a swelling already from Andy Cole. That's the knock he got earlier in the collision with Small. It's Giggs to take the corner for United. Pallister's up there. Oh yes, turned in! And he's done it! He's done it! Andy Cole!
Bad. All of them were bad, so I won't say what they were. But now the boys just call me Coley. And that's it, you know, I was playing on Coley. To be honest, I never get called Andrew or anything like that. You know, it's always like usually Andy or Coley. No, but I am christened Andrew. I can't remember what age it was at, but my dad most of it took me and like, when you go to your dad just says to him and says to the barber, just cut it. And I'd say he went to stop and stuff like that. So, no, I don't think I enjoyed my first haircut, but that's what dads are about. Yeah, I've still got it. It was a CD, to be honest. You know, and I had to sleep out at my mate's house. It was James Brown's Greatest Hits. So, Kevin, if you ever get this video, mate, I'm sorry, but I've got it.
Television commitments meant a Thursday evening meet with Cheisea. Champions League quarter-final place, the prize at stake. Juventus have been surprisingly...
Prize, it's Andy Cole again.
Cole, it's a good run, peeled away from Kozak. Made Sheringham pass it to him.
Cole's cross towards Scholes, it'll reach Giggs. And somehow Ryan Giggs has popped it on the top rather than in the back of the net. It's Andy Cole. He's turned away from 70. Cole again! Terrific strike. And a good stop by Molnar on his near post. Still in play. Giggs the provider again. This time away by 70. Nicky Butt. Turned into trouble. Might find a way back to Giggs, and across to Sheringham! Oh, what are they doing in front of goal? return pass. Here's Paul Scholes now. And either side of him, it opened up for Scholes to shoot. Oh, hit the post. Goal! What a fantastic strike from Paul Scholes. And Andy Cole just had to react the best he could as it came back to him. Czech playing against the Slovakian champions. With a good shot to Omar Parrin. It might come for Sheringham. It might come for the defender who scored an own goal. Oh dear. Well, Manchester United doubled their lead from a source they didn't expect. Sheringham. Solskjaer has run to his left. Sheringham striking a great goal. Oh, that's rounded off the evening in style. Manchester United head for the quarter-finals of the Champions League on the back of another resounding victory and another glorious goal, this time from Teddy Sheringham.
It's perfection. Played 5, won 5, the best record in the competition. Manchester United maturing all the time.
Thomas. McElroy is just inside. Green off his far post. Jimmy Green off!
Dear Santa, please may we have another series of difficult games this Christmas. Just as well, they were in splendid seasonal form.
Yeah, they always give us a batch of them at Christmas time. I think they're trying, I don't know what they're trying to do. I'd like to be there when they pick these draws out, these fixtures out. Say it's a computer. I'd like to see the computer.
That's an excellent ball. On show underneath it. Now Solskjaer for Manchester United. Sheringham plays it back to him. Chance here! Brilliant finish! Solskjaer gives United the lead. 17 minutes gone. So simple, so effective, devastating. Lovely touch on. Solskjaer takes it in his stride. Magnificent goal. Absolutely brilliant. There's no stopping him. 7 minutes into the second half. Solskjaer and United make it 2. Well, the Manchester United fans took to Solskjaer the moment they first saw him. They haven't seen that much of him, of course, this season. They might see him get a hat-trick here, though. Almost did! And a wonderful double save by Flowers. Sheringham can't believe he kept out the second effort. But it's all happened in the early stages of the second half. And what is clear now is that Manchester United are in the driving seat again. Neville drives one in. Cole! Well. There's no stopping them. Well, the result not at all in doubt now. The only question that remains is, can United get another goal? Oh, they have they? They have, and this time it is quite clearly an own goal, and a pretty disastrous one at that from Jeff Kenner. It's just been one of those days for Blackburn Rovers when nothing has gone right. The game the press were billing as an early championship decider decided in emphatic fashion. Blackburn beaten away for the first time this season, United clear at the top. 2 days later, it was the turn of their youth teams to do battle in the FA Youth Cup, this time at Ewood Park.
It's a difficult swirling wind for the United keeper Paul Chubka to deal with here. Hamilton! Well, you can see how much that goal means to the young Irishman. Time running out. Wesley Brown, centre-back, has joined the United attack. Richard Wellens, good play from him. Healy onside, he's equalised. David Healy makes it 1-1, right at the death. And Richardson. His defence struggling to get the ball away. Ryan slips and Hamilton scores. Gary Hamilton, who scored in the first game, has done it again. Stephen Rose having to backpedal furiously. The Chubka, poor clearance from him. And Gareth Skates punishes him. Sloppy goalkeeping. Skates got his boots on. David Healy. Oh, glorious finish from Healy. It's Beckham-like. Lee Roach. Wheatcroft. Back to Roach, sticks in the foot and sticks in an equaliser. A real show of character from these youngsters. Notman. And Fitzpatrick controls the ball. Oh, and it's a fingertip touch from the keeper, Stewart. It'll be a tense second, 15 minutes of extra time. Dunn plays the ball through. Ryan plays it over his goalkeeper. And disaster for poor Michael Ryan. David Dunn put him under pressure. And you have to feel sorry for the kid.
Invariably, we come in, we watch these games, and the likes of him, such the new Giggs and the new Beckhams and the new so-and-so. Is that fair on these lads?
It's tough. I think players develop at different stages, you know, and one or two of them, we've got a lot of first years in there, and one or two of them perhaps will develop a little bit later than others. People like Alec Notman have had a little bit of a taste higher up than this, and so they're obviously on the right road. One or two of the first years have still got a bit to do to prove that they can, you know, go further in the game.
Showing the right credentials is local boy Ian Fitzpatrick. To his mates, he's Fitz, and he's a cracker.
I think it was about under 10s or under 11s. I was playing for Unsworth on a school playing field, and I think a scout called Tom spotted me and invited me down, and I've been here ever since.
He's very skillful, he's good at receiving the ball, turns quick, predominantly left-sided. We're working on him to get his right foot going, but in and around the penalty area he's very quick and very sharp and looks to get his shots in.
Andy Cole, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I like them sort of people, they're quite direct. I watch him and try and learn things off him, because obviously they're top professionals in the game. So that's, if you want to try and take the positions, you've got to try and learn, see what they've been doing.
Back to the first team and back to Liverpool, where United virtually made certain of last season's Premiership title. Amazingly, Anfield's become one of Fergie's favourite hunting grounds.
Bjornby takes the free kick. Well, that was a chance for Robbie Fowler. He got in first. Sheringham, Giggs, and James blocks Sheringham! Well, Matt, has he let Cole get away from him? He has. Chance for Andy Cole. He goes on and he scores for Manchester United. And Kabama is the culprit.
Well, there was never a doubt when he opened them up he was going to finish this. Such is his confidence. There's a mistake. A little bit of scrappy football that preceded this. He just gets caught up in awkward height. Sheringham didn't enter his head. The confidence is flowing through Andy Cole now. That once he's through, he's looking just to get it onto his right. The rest was a formality for him.
McManaman. And Fowler got it back to him under some pressure. Here's Owen! And David Ellery had a long think and points to the penalty spot, and Manchester United are furious with that decision.
Well, he had a long look at this, David Ellery, as the tackles come in.
This to put Liverpool level. He's done it! The entire Liverpool team dropped back into their own penalty area.
Well, I think the fact that there's only Cole in the box at the moment suggests they're going to hit this. Sheringham just drifts in now.
Manchester United hold the upper hand again.
It is beautifully struck, Martin. Absolutely beautiful. I think David James, leaves him too much gap there. His concern is obviously the one over the wall to the goalkeeper's left. Beckham says, no, I'm not going that side. I'm going to go to the side that maybe you should be guarding more. Underside of the bar, you just can't save that.
Giggs to take the corner. Sheringham got to it, Cole puts it in, 3-1, Andy Cole again. And we're worried about Liverpool defending set pieces, and Manchester United have profited from that lack of height in the Liverpool ranks.
What's your name?
Gary Andrew Pallister.
How old are you?
32.
Where were you born?
Ramsgate in Kent.
What position do you play?
Centre half. Probably need to be able to read the game. Obviously it helps if you're a little bit taller than most people for the aerial threats. And be strong in a tackle, I guess.
Quick?
Not necessarily. Steve Bruce wouldn't say that. I remember hooking a ball off the line against Middlesbrough in the semi-final of the Coca-Cola Cup, which when it was 0-0 with about 10 minutes left, and it wasn't very well received in my hometown.
Wilkinson's header on. Hendry trying to get to it. Schmeichel committed. Hendry goalwards. Off the line by Gary Pallister. Saves Manchester United's Beckham with a dramatic goal line clearance from John Hendry.
Obviously, things that stick in your mind are probably the goals you score in your career.
Not stick in your mind, yeah. Like.
Yeah, well, you don't have that many to stick in there, right? But they're more than you probably tend to forget tackles quite quickly, I suppose. The goal against Wrexham in the European Cup Winners' Cup, that was probably more enjoyable than any other goal. It was a volley from just on the edge of the box, or maybe just inside the box. It gets further all the time, I can't remember. But it crashed into the roof of the net, so that one sticks in the memory.
Sharp finding Webb. That's another teaser towards Steve Bruce. Good header under pressure. Gary Pallister, great goal! Oh, he enjoyed that. That's one to tell the grandchildren about one day. That'll get longer and longer with the passing of years.
Not the best, but not the worst.
What did the report say?
Could do better. Lazy, but could do better. He told everybody to be quiet, I think it was. We used to nickname him Bullet, so it tells you what type of geezer he was. An old-fashioned teacher. And straight away I just said, I think I shouted something like, what date is it, sir, or something like that. He said, right, get out of Pallister, that's it, get out of the class. And he caned me for that, so after all the stuff I got away with through my school life, I actually got caned for asking what the date was. The team that won the first double was an exceptional side. I think the team we all thought was the best team at the time. I think they played together so many times and won every game, and that was exciting. This team is playing some great football right now. But if you'd ask me which was the best of the two, I'd find that one difficult to answer. I'd still probably have to plumb for Brian Robson. I think he epitomised what Manchester United was all about. He had the heart and the desire and the fight. And, you know, whenever he was in the team, he just, you know, made you feel as though you were unbeatable. He was a legend. Who are Pallister? I've always said like fits quite well. Maybe they'll try that one soon. No, I think it's always been a difficult name to fit in somewhere. I think I'm just stuck with that one. Without a shadow of a doubt, has to be the European Cup Winners' Cup in Rotterdam in '91. The game was fantastic. We were the underdogs. Barcelona, I think, went on to win the European Cup the year after. They were expected to wipe the floor with us, I think, and we produced a great performance on the night.
Manchester United are winners! 2 goals for 1 after a wait of 23 years.
I think we had about 3/4 of the stadium. The atmosphere was fantastic. It was a rainy night. The passion from the supporters was unbelievable. Romario, for obvious reasons.
He was good that night, wasn't he?
He wasn't bad. It's hard work out there. No, I've had a lot of people say that to me. I think it's just the way I am. It is hard work, and you know, there's not a lot of smile about when you've got some of the players in the Premiership running at you. But I do enjoy it, and I certainly smile when we win things at the end of the season.
Gold rather than silverware on Pally's mind when United travelled to Turin for the final Champions League group game with their great rivals Juventus. Teddy Sheringham trying to curry favour. Rather like the Pied Piper, United stars, even in Italy, attracting incredible interest from local youngsters. Meanwhile, Captain Peter Schmeichel had gone undercover.
So what's going on here? Hey, what's going on? Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, kiddo's moving to Italy. Is that your new house? Kiddo's leaving Man United. Breaking news.
The work that goes on behind the scenes is often forgotten. It's like a travelling circus. Equipment, supplies, medicine have to be taken round Europe to ensure a home-from-home atmosphere. These are multi-million-pound players who expect nothing less than the best. The final preparations on match day, a tactical team talk. It's 11 against 11, boys, but it's all strictly confidential.
No peeping.
Quarter-finals after Olympiakos of Greece fashioned an equaliser against Rosenborg to knock the Norwegians out. Juventus squeezing through by the skin of their teeth. No 3 German teams in the quarter-final draw, though Alex Ferguson's men immediately installed as cup favourites.
I can't believe that. We won't be favourites in Italy, we won't be favourites in Spain or Germany. We were favourites in England, all right.
So Monaco it is, the beautiful Principality, a stadium holding just 15,000 people. Their most famous fan, of course, Prince Rainier himself. It's the former French midfield star, the brilliant Jean Tigana, who's the current coach. It ain't going to be easy.
Monaco top of the league, and last year they did very well in the competition, and we have seen them 5 times this season. And the one thing, the report we've got is they are very, very quick up front. It's not an easy game. People think this is going to be an easy game. This will be a hard game. We know the goalkeeper, the French national goalkeeper, Barthez, who's an excellent goalkeeper. They have a Moroccan midfield player, Ali Benabarbi, is a very good player, centre midfield. And if 3 up front, Trezeguet and Henry and Nigerian, I think he is, Nipke, you know, they're very, very fast. We'll be going to watch them all the time from now to March, and hopefully we'll build up a good picture of them and to make sure we're properly prepared. Dortmund and Bayern Munich game will be quite a tussle. I think possibly Dortmund might just make that one, you know, the experience they've got, you know. But it's going to be a very hard game. The Dynamo Kiev-Juventus game will be a very hard game, but the one thing that's an advantage to Juventus in this one is that Kiev will just be going out their winter break, so they'll not have played any competitive football. They'll have played a lot of friendly games, but not competitive football. So Juventus, I think, will edge that one.
The dark horses could be the team in red, Bayer Leverkusen from Germany, who actually topped Monaco's group. They meet Real Madrid in the final tie.
I think Real Madrid will win that one. Well, Real Madrid have got some very good players. Hierro, the centre-back, very good. Roberto Carlos, the Brazilian left-back, we know about. Panucci, the right-back from AC Milan. Raul, the striker. Suka, Mijavovic, Seedorf. I mean, they've got a lot of great players, and obviously you would have to handle the atmosphere going there. We have 120,000 in the game, which got an incredible noise. But I would think that if we got to the semi-final and we had everyone fit and available, clear of suspension, we would have a good chance against anyone.
Back to things closer to home, and Andy Cole receives the Carling Player of the Month award for November before United's first home game in December.
Now Beckham. Beckham invites Gary Neville to get forward. He's got in behind right, and it's a great little ball. Marvellous save, and then off the line. Wilson really getting his foot through that great little touch onto Cole by Butt, and on it goes from him to Cheisea, and Oates has done well again, this time with his foot. And it goes towards Cole. Southgate's clearance has only reached Sheringham. Wonderful touch by him. Neville comes out to Butt rather, and there's a difficult one. Sheringham going up, kept the pressure on, and he's there again. All hands on deck. Giggs hits it. Cole got a foot to it, hit the post. Still the danger hasn't gone. Giggs is there again. Ehiaga in the way. So was Draper. Incredible scenes. Cole for Manchester United. Giggs with a chance. Ryan Giggs gives Manchester United the lead.
Well, the one place where Oates didn't want this ball to go was straight between his legs, and that's where Giggs has hit it. Lovely little flick from Cole. Good run from Giggs. There it goes, straight between his legs. Good finish. Just what the game needed.
Beckham, but in it goes to Cole. The first time layoff has come back to Sheringham. That's a great effort. Oh, Cole. Charmed life, the Villa goal led in that moment. Crucial moment in the game this for Villa. Can they hold on here? Ronnie Johnson getting up well. And the whistle's gone.
I think it's given a free kick to Aston Villa.
Yeah, a lot of the crowd thought it was going to be a penalty for a second.
I think it was a little
Or is
push.
it? He might well have pointed to the spot. A very undemonstrative piece of refereeing by Mr. Durkin, but a penalty has been given. A controversial decision by Mr. Durkin gives Manchester United and Sheringham the chance to make it 2. And you might say that a little bit of justice has been done by a man who has not had a lot of luck from the 12-yard spot this season.
Luck is something that Terry Cook and Roy Keane haven't seen either. 2 high-profile, long-term casualties with mix and match cruciate ligament operations. But happily, they're both on the mend. The trademark scars will eventually disappear in the course of time.
It's been about 9-10 weeks since I picked up the injury. Last year I had to wait 4 for the operation. It just seems like eternity, but at least now I'm doing something. It's light at the end of the tunnel, you know. But the help from the team are doing so well, they're not being missed. It's important, you know.
Man, I'll get your place back.
Say that again, yeah, I'm struggling. Sure I might get a move going, I don't know. Nah, the lads are doing really well, you know. But 4 minutes left.
To help relieve the boredom, a change of venue. But you just don't realise how tough the return to fitness can be. It's the loneliness as much as anything, a constant battle against yourself.
Well done, Cookie. 2, 3, relax.
What we tend to find now is that Keeney's got excellent strength, his knees are moving well and so on. It's a little bit stiffer because he's 5 years older than Cookie. Now to you or I, it probably wouldn't mean a lot, but in terms of having the operation, that can be quite a big difference. I mean, Keeney's played, 250 Premiership games, Cookie's played 2. And so the amount of wear and stress on the knee in those extra 248 games does take its toll generally.
We're working together and we're just having a laugh and a joke who's going to come back first and things like that. But Keeney's 4 weeks ahead of me because I went in plaster for a month. That's put me back. But we should be back near the same time.
So we're going to see Terry Cook flying down the ring next season?
Yeah, you will do, yeah. It'll be a different Terry Cook this time, a lot stronger, a lot fitter.
And you've got to be determined, you know. You can come in every morning and you can maybe cheat a little bit, you know, in the gym, you know, you have a circuit to do, but at the end of the day you're only cheating yourself. But if you don't do this properly, I think further down the line you'll pay for it. And obviously I want to get back playing and playing at the highest level with United, and if I don't do this, I won't.
Past the halfway mark in the first half. John Beresford corner for Newcastle. Deep towards Philippe Albert. Barnes said that's mine, but Schmeichel said I'm going to keep this one out, and he did at full stretch. Here's Beckham. Cole, great craft from him, and a save of real significance from Shaka Hislop. Watson tried to divert it, or did it just hit him? Not so sure.
It might have been better for Newcastle it didn't hit him.
Because Manchester United are breaking with 6 players forward here. All this stemming from Stuart Pearce's free kick, and it's led to Andy Cole, putting Manchester United in front. The counter-attackers have done it again, and United have brought a Cole to Newcastle, and it's a goal for the league leaders. But they sensed that Newcastle were vulnerable, and the number of players forward, and here's Giggs again, they're vulnerable again, well saved Hislop.
That's a brilliant save, Mark. Absolutely top class. Again, they've sliced them apart.
Pearce, and another wonderful save from Schmeichel. And when the ball dropped to Watson, he couldn't get it back to a teammate in the centre.
Well, I think Sheringham's the one who gets the header away, but this is another fantastic save. Towering header. I mean, I expected him to save that. Great header, plenty power, plenty direction. He's at full stretch.
No Schmeichel, no Van der Hau, so Kevin Pilkington got the Boxing Day nod against Everton at Old Trafford. His first appearance for the senior side in 2 years.
Beckham shares a joke with the linesman about where it's going. Clears the goalkeeper. Johnson in, panic, off Barrett, and Berg makes sure. Such is the panic when David Beckham delivers one of his set-piece corners. Curls, floats, drops. Johnson plays it in. There's mayhem in the Everton defence. Barrett tied himself in knots, and Berg made it 1-0. Tyler caught in possession by Solskjaer. He's buzzing. Drilled in. Oh, what a save by Myra, and how it had to be to stop Paul Scholes. Oh, and Howard Kendall looked shell-shocked by this United performance. Beckham's away. They've left him on his own. Big mistake. 1-on-1. And this time it's the crossbar that's Everton's saviour. Canamatri. Nobody wants the ball off him. Cole honing in on some Very sloppy defending. Look at Beckham, he passed the ball from the halfway line, continues the run. Chip back in Cole, brave block to stop it. Solskjaer wins it back, deflected wide again. Everton just about hanging in there. Pallister. But carries the ball ahead of him, Cole. 3 defenders and a goalkeeper ahead of him. Oh, what a finish from Andy Cole! Goodness gracious me! A knockout blow on Boxing Day. It didn't have power, it didn't have pace, but it had the utmost panache.
I don't think people really gave me the chance when I was having injuries and stuff like that, and playing 8 games or having another injury. I mean, people don't look at that, they just look at, oh, well, he's played a certain amount of games, he doesn't score goals. But it's all changed now, you know, like I said, I feel fit now, like I'm scoring the goals.
Did it ever worry you? Were you worried at any point?
Yeah, because I'm a goal scorer, you know, I'm always going to score goals, you know, so it was getting a bit hurtful at times when people were saying certain things, you know, but, you know, it's worked out in the end.
It certainly has. Great to see Andy playing with such enthusiasm and confidence. He deserves his good fortune. The goal against Everton, yet another beauty to add to the Old Trafford collection down the years.
The Cantona free kick against Arsenal. Just one of them shots that made the game.
I'd go back to the Barcelona game when we beat Barcelona 3-0. Brian Robson's.
Schuster finding the back pass cut off by Whiteside, and Whiteside almost in. Urruti as Vitor played it back carelessly. Urruti cleared with the foot. Wilkins and Urruti in trouble. Robson!
Davenport in the 1-0 victory over Liverpool, I think it was 87.
And the one where George Best just absolutely ripped through everybody and just took virtually the whole Sheffield United defence on.
Players are losing this ball in the sun, but it was Best who picked up that kid flick. Driven wide. Yes!
Back up to date and farewell to the popular Karol Poborski, who's been signed by Graham Souness at Benfica. Poborski certainly won the hearts of United fans in fleeting appearances. He scored valuable goals, and we wish him well.
Whelan, he's freed Hall. This is an opening for Coventry if Hall can get round Berg. Huckabee helps out, Hall does get in the cross, Dublin tees it up, Whelan finishes! And Coventry City, against the odds, have stunned the champions after 12 and a half minutes. Giggs again has yards in front of him. Solskjaer, Cole in the middle, Giggs waiting, Solskjaer taking on Nilsson, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer! Oh, a really expert finish. All his own work. Neatness personified from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who from that point on was determined that this was going to be his goal, and sure enough it was. Coventry are in danger of overcomplicating here and getting themselves into trouble. Beckham's won it cleverly. Scholes now. Cole available. Scholes ball for Sheringham! A terrible mess from Coventry. But Manchester United won't complain, and nor will Teddy Sheringham, who flung himself onto the sodden turf to profit from Scholes' opportunism. Huckabee. Oh, he's done very well here, Huckabee. So much determination, and it is a penalty. Dion Dublin. 2-2. Big goal! And it's an
United, however, still 5 points clear as the year drew to its close. Seasons come and go, but the consistency of Alex Ferguson's side remains the same. 11 years now he's been at the club. That's just a few months longer than his first signing, Brian McClair. Ever popular, ever faithful, ever reliable.
He's pretty much on the fringe of things these days, but he's, of course, virtually gone the distance with Alex Ferguson. Has so many medals.
I think that I'd like to play as long as I can, in the sense that you don't lose an ability to play football. It's about fitness. At the level that United play now, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of energy. At the moment, I feel capable of doing that.
The size of the attendance at his testimonial in April was a tribute to his enduring popularity. Brian McClair, he's one of the game's gentlemen.
The only thing I could think about prior to the game, even on the day of the game, was I thought, well, couldn't got a better day weather-wise. It was incredible weather-wise. I thought, well, I've been really fortunate in that sense. And the only thing I think about, because I wanted Liam to come out to be the mascot, so I didn't want him to come out on the pitch and say, "Why is there nobody here, Dad?"
You couldn't say that.
So I just wanted to be enough people, and then they say, "Well, I feel that was fair enough." But it was fantastic. I was overwhelmed by the response. Really.
The affection for McClair is both genuine and touching. At the age of 34, he's now achieved cult status.
They've got fantastic humour when it comes to some of the things they sing.
What do they sing about you?
Everything about me now. I mean, the Cheisea, when they came on, I think because they were cold, they thought, "Oh, well, what can I do?" And it was, we'll sing all the songs with Chucky's name in it. So it was all the songs.
Come on,
everybody
give
sings. I can't
give
sing.
us the titles.
I can't sing.
Give us your top three.
And I'm trying to concentrate on my job here, and they're putting me off.
And
then I came on against Blackburn, and it was just ridiculous with the whole crowd going.
What's the top song then?
As if it was, I don't know.
You don't know, you don't listen?
I don't listen, I couldn't help but listen. There was so many people shouting it, and I'm trying to do my job properly, and I can't concentrate. But I enjoy it, I really like it, it's good.
McClair's often regarded as something of a footballing intellectual. So, what does he know about his adopted city?
Your name, please.
Brian McClair.
Your occupation?
Professional footballer.
And your specialist subject is?
City of Manchester.
Brian, you have 2 minutes to answer the following questions, starting now. In which imaginary district is Coronation Street set?
Weatherfield.
Correct. Complete this Manchester five-piece. Williams, Owen, Barlow, Donald and...
Orange.
Jason Orange, you take that. What was Sir Matt Busby Way formerly called?
Warwick Road.
Correct. Which Scot played up front for United in the early 80s?
Joe Jordan.
No, I said Scott, not Joe. Scott McGarvey. Since you've been at Old Trafford, how many managers have Manchester City had? 6, 9 or 12?
9.
Correct. Pete Shelley was the lead singer with which legendary Manchester band?
Buzzcocks.
Correct. Which river runs through Manchester?
The Irwell.
Correct. What was Manchester United's former name?
Newton Heath.
Correct. Which former Reds keeper did you score your first goal for United against?
Tony Coton.
Correct, playing for Watford. Which nightclub was part-owned by the group New Order?
Pass.
Before you, who was the last player to be transferred from Celtic to Manchester United?
Lou Macari.
Correct. Which former resident Mancunian contributed to the Communist Manifesto?
Pass.
Where is the best place to buy mint cake in Manchester?
Kendall's.
Of course. Name Manchester's Super League ice hockey team.
Storm.
Correct. From which part of Manchester do Oasis originate from?
Burnage.
Correct. Which Manchester University is named after Gary Birtles?
Pass.
Who did Alex Ferguson sign in the same month as yourself in July 1987?
Vivian Alexander Anderson.
Correct. Which American female singer was #1 in the singles chart the day you signed for United?
Pass.
What is the cream of Manchester?
Is that not advertising?
It's a very fine ale.
I've asked the question, so you've got to answer it in the 2 minutes are up. Correct. Brian, the questions you passed on, most notably, which Manchester University is named after Gary Birtles? You missed. Which former resident Mancunian contributed to the Communist Manifesto was Frederick Engels? Which nightclub was part-owned by New Order? You must have been there, the Hacienda. Brian McClair, you scored 14 points.
Well, does this go round the wall? Does it go through it? Because it's hit very, very low. Absolutely beautiful. He sticks someone at the end of the wall. He just steps out the way, takes a player with him.
For the collection for Andy Cole, his first at Stamford Bridge.
Wow, what a goal, what a break. Look at this, they're totally overcommitted.
He wins it back aerially. Nicky Buttons on the receiving end then from Steve Clark. He doesn't complain. Seasons ago, Andy Cole reaches 50 for Manchester United.
That's exactly where he was. And that's a great ball through from Giggs. Absolute precision. In and around the box for crosses. You should watch his movement here. Right in the middle of the screen. There he goes. Cross the penalty spot. That's so typical of Teddy
Joy in it in these circumstances, but he'll look back on the moment that he chipped Peter Schmeichel. Just over 7 minutes left. Schmeichel is livid. His statistics being spoilt now.
And to the Premiership, it was a return for Teddy's old mate. Jurgen Klinsmann and Tottenham had come to town.
Cole is in the inside right position at the moment. Sheringham hanging back. This is he. This is Giggs. Beat the offside. Goal! Well, a good save by Espen Bårdsen. He'd be very happy to have got a foot on that. Up for United. Campbell up top. Calderwood, but only to Giggs. Well struck! Lovely clean hit. Cole. Taking on 3. Finds Beckham. Wilson comes to claim, just gets a bit of it, and here's Giggs! Didn't get enough of it. And Ryan Giggs gives the home crowd what they were craving from the start. Pity for Espen Bårdsen. Ball was curling away, as Beckham's crosses tend to do. He didn't quite get to it under the challenge from Sheringham. And beautifully struck. Position of the body was brilliant. The man on the line had no chance. Cole has got away behind Wilson. Angle not good. Oh! Shot was a cracker, but it was round the back. Beckham on the right, Cole inside, Giggs watched by Vega coming from the other side across the box, and it's Giggs! Well, he was watched by Vega at the start of his run, but not at the finish. Again, Beckham's cross, but he was in so much space.
And just 2 months after his operation, Roy Keane is jogging again. More positive news in what's been a fabulous season so far.
David Pegg, Eddie Coleman, Mark Jones, Billy Whelan, Jeb Bent. Oh. Tragic loss for them.
Manchester coming back on the attack. It's almost a relentless tide now. A battle between these Manchester forwards and wing-halves. And here's one of the wing-halves, Coleman, and this Spurs defence. It's Peg out of number 10, Edwards. This equalising goal must come. And there it is! Yes, it's a great goal! It's scored by Coleman!
A side on the verge of greatness, full of youthful exuberance and limitless expectation. Without question, the best team in the land, the Busby Babes.
It's a goal! It's a goal! This is the goal that should give them the championship.
It had been Matt Busby's dream to pit the talent of his young side against the cream of Europe. In February 1958, a draw in Belgrade had put United through to the semi-finals of the European Cup. On the way home, the plane stopped to refuel at Munich airport. This is the last picture to be taken of the team together. Bad weather forced the pilot to abort 2 takeoffs. Journalist Frank Taylor was amongst those on board when the plane rolled down the runway for a 3rd time.
This is how it was on the 3rd tragic run. I fastened myself in and we set off down the runway, roaring away. And as I looked out, I could see the red building where we'd stopped on the first 2 runs. And as I looked in that direction towards the wheels, I couldn't see whether they were off the ground. And I leaned forward and shouted to Bobby Charlton and to Dennis Weiler, "Have the wheels gone up?" There was no reply. And at that moment I thought, I'll see for myself. Turned, and that was the one moment of fear, because I could see the perimeter French apparently rushing towards us. And as I turned again in my seat, I got a terrific blow just behind my left ear, and I could feel my senses slipping away. There was a terrific bang at that moment, and as I turned like that, I could see the bulkhead caving in, and there were suitcases flying all over the place. And then as I was trying to clear my head, I couldn't breathe. And then mercifully, my eyes closed. And by that time, of course, we were through the perimeter fence. The people who I think are absolutely magnificent were the people who were conscious. You know, Harry Gregg, who was one of the heroes, Peter Howard, the Daily Mail photographer. He went back in to save lives.
It was news that shocked the world. Such a sense of loss, such a sense of disbelief. The nation went into mourning. The great Duncan Edwards lost his fight for life after 15 days in a Munich hospital. Matt Busby himself was gravely ill. A nation held its breath. Busby eventually returned home to start again. 40 years on from Munich, those who lost their lives will always be remembered.
They were still only boys, really. Most of them killed at 21 years of age. I think the country lost a team which would have been the talk of Europe and indeed the world. Certain times it comes back to me. I think that'll live with me all my life. Live forever in the history of football, because I think they actually created something in their short life in the game.